Laura, don't stand there with your mouth open. Say something.
Say something, Laura.
Am I talking to Joyce?
You're talking to Joyce.
Hello, Joycey!
Hello, Joycey.
Come to Kennewick!
Happy Valley needs you. Where am I? Yeah.
Let's see, Joycey, come to Kennewick. We'll get caught up on all the news.
On TV now.
Ellen, get over here so Joycey can see you.
Joycey.
Stand up, Willard.
Stand up, Willard, so Joyce can see how tall you are. See?
Look at that.
Show her your mouthpiece. Stick it out, and that's right there. That's that $500, Joycey. That's why we don't come to Washington.
Let's stand over this way a little bit. That way I don't have that light bulb.
Come back over.
I get to hide over here.
No.
Ellen, you can't hide. Stand right here.
Stand over here by me.
Isn't that funny? You're on TV like that? Oh,
Okay, there we are.
isn't that funny?
Well, now you can
Now
tell her
say
something.
something colossal because
Colossal?
yes, uh-huh.
Do you know something colossal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Ellen, tell her Joycey something colossal.
You're the colossal. I don't get to talk very much. You know a lot more colossal than I do.
Ellen, tell her something colossal. Let's see, Joycey.
Tell her what Chrissy's up to and Jeffrey and.
Doesn't she know what Chrissy's up to?
Yeah.
Joycey, let's see. Chrissy's moving to Boise. So now you have to come from Washington, D.C. to Boise as a stopover. Because Chrissy's going to to Boise, January, after the first of the year. Yeah, January. Because she's working for Phil Cannon, and Joycey knows Phil, I know. Yeah. And she loves to work for Phil, and she works for Craig Castaneda. You know Craig? Craig? You know him?
The name is familiar, right?
They used to live here. They used to be here in our state, Craig and Linda.
Mhm.
And he lives in Nampa. He's a bishop in Nampa. And so Collins is the brains of the outfit, and he's the PR guy. That's what it is. They have their own nuclear technology company. So they're building laboratories in Nampa, and Chrissy's there as the executive secretary. So she'll be getting other secretaries under her. So she's making $2,000 a month. That's what she's making.
$2,000 a month?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you know, life is tough.
You can go back and see
Well,
Joyce.
I have to get all their paid off though. I mean, she's making that now, but you know, she left mom and dad poor.
Tell her what's happening, Willard.
Playing ball. Tell her about playing ball.
Lost his mouthpiece there.
What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
He talks like he has mush in his mouth.
I knew playing basketball, that's it.
Tell her you made the honor roll.
I made the honor.
Made the honor roll. All B's and A's. Tell her what the A was in.
PE.
That's your makeup, yeah.
That's a rough major.
That's a rough one, yeah.
That's a good one.
What did you make, Ellen?
I'm still down getting D's.
Doing a little better though.
No, I'm doing all right.
They went elk hunting, Joyce, but they didn't bring any elk home. Thank goodness. Chris and I prayed about that.
We didn't elk hunt very
You always pray about that.
No one's out praying to get elk, and you're home praying that you won't.
We
No,
prayed
it really
instead.
wasn't. We started out with the good intentions, Mike and I did, and we got to date, and we run into Linhoff, and he just built a new cabin, and he says, why don't you come on up there and just stay up there with us, you know? We got electricity, we got TV, we can watch Monday Night Football and the whole shot, so we ended up going up there.
Linhoff, who is he?
Protection glass.
Protection glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
So our elk hunting wasn't very rough this year. It was actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
And Jeff's got a girl, Joyce, and he's not coming home for Thanksgiving because he'd rather eat dinner with her. But we're surviving that, aren't we, Ellen?
So why don't you guys sit down on the couch? It'll be more comfortable.
If you sit down?
Yeah, go sit down.
This is so strange, we stand here talking to this camera.
I know.
Maybe I can find a picture of Joyce and you can.
Have
a chair, Ellen.
Pretend like Joycey's there. Let's see. Boy, you look bad on TV, I'll tell you that much.
You look what?
Bad. Look how bad you look.
That's
I
why
am
I
not
said.
this fat, Joyce.
You're high, I'm just tall.
Billy, do you look bad too?
Okay,
No.
Huh?
Well, you gotta get over there a little closer.
Okay, Ellen.
Look at the Ellen.
there.
tell them about your job in the church. I just think you're doing a
What am I
fantastic
doing with the job in the church? I'm
Oh, presents.
still about the same thing I was.
You almost
That's
got-
interesting. That's a challenge.
All right. I think think you do such a fantastic job. Elvin, when you get up to conduct, I sit up and listen, and I think, aha, there he is, he's made it.
I don't know about that.
He
I
never
do- I do
uses
know one
notes.
thing though, that the church does help you, because I got a lot of my job that I've taken now, I gotta conduct meetings and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I don't think I could have ever done it without the experience.
With experience over
Yeah,
here. Well, that's good.
it does, it gets you, builds up your confidence a little bit.
When Dick gets up to conduct, you wonder what he's gonna say, you know what I mean? What he's thinking. I'd laugh
Big
at him.
Ron?
Yeah, he gets it.
He's funny, man.
He's hilarious, oh my
Wasn't he?
gosh.
I can't remember what he did the other day. It was so obvious.
He's so funny.
But you know,
You get up there, you're scared that you're gonna mess up, you know, and really,
they're all your
He
friends.
said, well, the closing song will be, and it was the opening song. wasn't it?
Yeah, he had the numbers all screwed up.
Yeah,
that
he
one
wanted to go home early.
time.
I did do that day, with high council.
It's
Sunday.
easy.
Yeah.
it's easy to mess up with there, because you're always nervous.
But Elwin, I think the thing that is thrilling to me is after all the years you fought it against everybody, I think it's thrilling you finally accepted it with all your heart.
He even got his patriarchal blessing, did you know?
That's what Dad
Yeah,
told me.
that gave his patriarchal blessing. How about that? We didn't even have to prod him along for too long, huh, Bill?
Did I give you your copy?
Ah,
Did you
not
get your
too
copy?
long. Didn't
I
have
got
to-
it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Good,
got it back.
good. I was trying to think, oh, John, my nephew, he come and got his patriarchal blessing from you too.
Oh, did he?
John Mercer, you know?
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he came and got it, so,
John.
yeah. That is just, that's really amazing. Are you enjoying this camera, Ray?
Well, we use it, you know, a fair amount. Taped a lot of football games.
Yeah. Don't do like, Brendan and Jerry did, you know, Jerry raced, the kids raced all of Leah's wedding off of theirs.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
her wedding
we
pictures?
raised, you know, built some of ours, you know, because, you know, we're going to a game and we don't have a tape, and Sean will go through and say, well, we can use this one, you know. So and then we get home and find out we erased the wrong one.
Yeah. That's what they lost all those pictures, so,
I remember when that happened.
remember that?
They ever decide who did it?
No, but Brendan still doesn't, she says, we still aren't talking about it. She says, we're not talking about this. That's for sure.
It would make you mad.
Elwin, do you remember the night that we had that bunch of teenagers up the mountains, and all of them went over to a show, a film thing?
Oh, up at Rainier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you and I sat down and talked, and I just kept saying, just, Heavenly Father, help me not to push, but help me to say the right things. And
That's
now all
hard,
the
you know,
time
to
I
help her
was,
not to push.
Yeah, right.
but you know, for me not to push somebody, it's just really difficult.
Oh, gosh. Hey, Ray, did you know that, or Joyce, you don't know this, Brenda and Scott Williams, they're having a baby. Did we tell you that? You know Brenda Winborg?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. They're expecting a
that
baby February. Their first baby.
Lou Winborg's niece is in our ward.
Is
Oh,
that
really?
right?
Yeah.
Which one's that now?
Her name is Clark.
Oh, isn't that
Vicky
funny?
Clark. I don't know what her maiden name was, but she knows Lou. And
Oh,
how's Lou doing?
she's doing real good.
Is
Looks
she?
real good. We just had another birthday for her. She was 83. Mhm.
Did you pass some popcorn to these guys?
Oh, we don't need no popcorn, no pop.
We, Joyce and I was talking the other day about, you know, some of the escapades we pulled with you guys. And how she'd con Elwin with her Book of Mormon and
Yeah, right.
different little things.
We still laugh about the horse being in dictionary.
Oh, tell that to the kids on
Oh,
tape.
I
The
think
kids,
so.
did the kids were, they knew about that about the horse
Yeah.
that we put back there
Yeah.
that night, didn't they? I laughed so
Well,
hard
you
at
were-
Jeff.
I
Ellen
wasn't in
stayed
on it.
home.
You weren't? Who
He-
was?
Jeff and me went with you and
You,
Joycey.
yeah.
Remember? And Jeff held onto the horse. We were sitting in the back.
But you was the one that broke the news to, or said something to Dick, wasn't it? Asking if
No, we
there's
was having a meeting in there.
The
It was in Bishop.
bishopric meeting.
Where'd you get the horse at?
Well, it was,
Remember now what was
it
there?
was their horse,
Oh.
Cracker Jack.
Dick
Dick-
Brown had left some rabbits in our yard. He said he was just walking by our house, walking his rabbit. His rabbit
got
wanted to
away.
They
stay,
got away.
and so we took Cracker Jacks over and put it in his backyard and padlocked the gates.
They couldn't get the horse out.
Couldn't get him out.
And that morning, Vicky was reading the paper and she heard this peeing, and she thought it was somebody going down the street with a horse, riding a horse down the street and stuff. Until Dick come home. He didn't see it that morning when you guys went to Bishopbrick meeting. You know, we don't do anything crazy like that anymore. You guys moved away and all the craziness went. We don't do nothing crazy like that. We haven't done anything like that for a long time.
Just to bring you up to date on what's happened to Cracker Jack, Pat Fielding was over to dinner the other night, and he said, "Oh, Bill, can you come over and help me catch Cracker Jacks? They haven't ridden her all summer or hooked her up, and when I went out this week, they said, Grandpa, catch that pony for us, and that thing's so fat I could think she could run, but nobody can catch her."
She's wild, huh? Gosh. Have you guys heard from Sally and Louie lately?
Yeah, Sally's the Relief Society
I
president.
knew she was made the release paper. How's she doing?
She said she's doing fine.
Good.
We talked to him a week or so ago.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, Sally called, we talked to him.
Good.
Louis is now the financial clerk.
Oh, is he?
Oh, we got out of scouting?
Got out of being high priest group leader, and now he's financial clerk. And I just told him to remember how to count the money, you know. Do you still have that, Ellen? The slush fund?
The slush fund?
You know, if you're over a dime or under a dime.
Oh, we don't have that. We don't.
You
No,
guys
we're
are-
always right on.
Who's your financial clerk? Jim?
Jim's one.
Jim.
Yeah.
He probably takes it out of his pocket, puts it in.
He is good.
Oh gosh, one night you were there till, because you had to find a penny or something, wasn't it? Or something till it was right
Most of the time
on.
it works out pretty good. It's
Yeah.
right
The
Yeah.
first time I
Oh, your phone.
when I was put in with Brunson,
Oh.
Ray Burton was the financial clerk. We counted it, and we counted it, and counted it, it was like 20 cents over. Finally, Ray Burton says, "Well, put it in the box." I says, "What do you mean?" He says, "When you're over, you put it in the box. When you're under, you take it out of the box." He says, "This money was here when I came, and that's what it's for, and that's the way we've always done it. You just over or under." He says, "Always comes out."
Over under. Oh my gosh. See. You better tell Jared and Sean how big they were in the pictures we saw, Bill. Huh?
Small.
Small.
Well, that's
Small.
what I
We
used
don't want to
to
raffle you though, guys.
If it was over, or under, why, you either take it out and just, rather than hunt all night for 10 cents or
Yeah.
a penny, I just
Yeah.
put it in and
That's,
say, let's not
we've done
worry
that.
about it.
Add 10 cents in,
Yeah.
and the next week you're 10 cents over.
It
Yeah,
comes
Or
out.
10 cents. I don't know how it comes out, but it does. Seems like it.
Did we
Yeah.
tell you that Peggy's boy's getting married, Kirk's getting married right away in April? Kirk Hawley?
Is
know?
it?
You guys never did have one I had,
Get
so I
married.
had the kid living it with me,
Hmm.
and they brought I'd gone home, so they brought the deacons come over and brought they'd gone around and picked up the money and they left them at my place. Well, that's when I had one of those foster kids staying with me. They didn't give it to me, they give it to him. And he never ever gave it to me, I never saw it. And so the next week at church, I started getting on people about these deacons. I said, well, now, where is that? There are 2 routes here we're missing or something like
Fast
that.
offerings.
And anyway, we started to pin it down, and nobody wanted to come out and say, well, Bishop, the money was taken to your place. They didn't want to tell me that, see? And hummed and hawed, and then finally somebody said, well, the money was taken to your place. And so finally I said, well, who did you give it to? We pinned down the 2 things, and then they said, well, it was Harold. That was the guy's name. I don't know what his last name was now. I said, okay, that's what I want to know. I said, I'll run that down in a hurry. Boy, I left I went home and I asked him about it. No, nobody gave me any slips. He didn't say a thing. Nobody gave him anything. And finally I said, he was laying in there and I knew he was lying to me. Because they told me, that's who they gave it to, and I believed the deacon. This kid lied to me so much anyway. So finally I said, well, I said, that money didn't belong to you, it didn't belong to me. I said, it wasn't my money you're taking. I said, that was the Lord's money. And I said, you're going to burn in hell for this. Oh, no, I don't want to burn in hell. I'll pay it back. Yeah, I took it. I'm sorry. And I wanted to gather up the slips. Well, they didn't have me destroyed, a lot of them. So they couldn't be traced. So I had to find out how much everybody had paid. Thank the good Lord there was no tithing in any of it.
Yeah.
They were just fast offerings, and then I made up the money personally myself and put it in.
Oh,
But that's what I had to do. But there was either 2 or 3 that brought the money and left it at my place.
Oh.
Can't remember. I don't know, it seemed like it was probably $30 or $40, something like that, about $40 I guess it amounted to.
What'd you say looked
Says
like?
I look like a gink. Billy, you do too on that.
You could tell Ray to shut that off now. He's got
Give us
some
your
pictures.
most intelligent look, Bill.
Give it to him, Bill.
Okay.
But not loud.
There's Lena.
How you like the crew cut? You like the crew cut?
Joyce gave Andrew and Jeff and Josh
Crew
crew
cut?
cuts, yeah.
Oh, Billy's had his for 2 years now, haven't you? Loves his crew. Well,
Sure saves a lot of brushing and combing, doesn't it?
yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's good for kids that have perfectly straight hair too.
Yeah.
He's been letting his grow out though. He's been letting it grow. Real cold.
Got any more cases of head lice?
No, we have not had any head lice. We've not had any head lice in the ward. How come?
I don't know.
There's something.
Maybe Pratt's and Segovia on it.
Robertson's had some though at their house.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
Robertson's had it at their house here about, not too long ago, was it? They had a batch of it again.
Didn't they?
Yeah. But it seems like we haven't had it so bad in the schools lately. Not bad.
Chicken pox.
Chicken pox. Lots of
Ooh,
chicken pox.
they're going around.
And flu. Have you guys had all that flu back there that's been going around
Yeah.
here? That's too. Flu.
Jeff got head lice once back there. When he was in the school has a child development class run by the high school kids.
Uh-huh.
And they bring in the preschoolers. And Jeff had head lice, and so they sent home a little message, and it had this little caterpillar with, 1,000 legs. And it says, caution, Jeff has head lice.
Caution. He said, we know all about head lice. We've been through head lice.
You ever see, is Segoviano still a custodian over there?
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah. Make sure Joyce gets that latest
He's not in our
journal.
ward anymore though, is he?
We did.
Hey.
Oh, you guys got it read, the
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
with Burns, huh?
He's an 8th ward.
Did they release Gordon Fulton?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Rod Larson's the bishop of that ward?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good on.
Yeah.
Well, who's his counselor?
Dennis Rose and Tom
Tom
Mack.
Tom Mackey.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Attorney guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Really.
can't believe Stott.
That-
Stott and who else?
Dennis McCain.
Brother. So you have to type your testimony.
That real big, yeah,
That's great.
that's great.
Dave Otley's the bishop. and those
Dave's
two
the
guys.
bishop, yeah.
Is
Charlene's working with me on the camp on girls.
Charlene Otley?
Mm-hmm. She is. She's a really neat gal to work with. She gets her all done. You ask her where she's organized. Gets it right done. So, anyway, they're busy with their boys. They got those 8 kids. They got 8 kids. Yeah, 8 kids,
I
and
think so.
theirs are just at the busy stage. Those older ones, got one. Their boy's a junior, and Elaine's a sophomore, and they got a lot of them in there. Another one's 15 or something, too. So that'll be a challenge.
What was Bob Segoviano's wife's name?
Lorna.
Lorna.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Lorna.
But,
Yeah.
do they have problems, marital problems?
But they haven't been over in this ward for a while, so who knows?
I don't know. I know that they were at the conference. I seen them
Fish
called
on
me,
me.
she called me up the other morning and
They've always had so many problems with them. And she's still working. I don't know.
she wanted some advice, and I said, well, I'm not in a position to give you advice, and she said, well, you're the patriarch, aren't you? And I said, yeah. But I said, that doesn't authorize me to give you advice, Lorna. I said,
Go to the bishop,
I
huh?
give people blessings, you should go to the bishop for this. And she said, well, I thought you could help me. And I said, well, maybe I could answer a question or two for you, but you gotta go to the bishop if you got a problem. So she went on, she kept talking, and she said she was gonna leave her husband.
Oh, gosh.
I said, no, you better not do that. You better think twice.
Why you do that, yeah.
And she would tell me how cruel he was to her and a bunch of stuff. And
But you were really
she said,
sorry
well, I'm
for
really
the
getting tired of it.
particular.
Oh,
And
I
I said,
came
well,
in
you gotta go more than halfway to
right
make him
after
happy. He
that.
said,
Brenda, I think
you
Brenda
won't
was
be
still
cruel
in.
to if you treat him
came in right
kindness.
after
As
that.
kindness radiates kindness, you know. I said, you go more than halfway to treat him nice and do nice things for him, and he's bound to do nice things for you. And I said, you know what makes him happy? And I said, you go the extra mile to make him happy. And I said, most men, they like a nice, clean house. I said, go the extra mile and really clean that house up. Keep your house clean. Never been in her house, but why I told her that, I don't know. Well, she said, I've been a little lax there, maybe.
You been in her house?
And I said, now, what was that question you
Oh,
wanted me
yes.
to ask? You wanted to ask me?
Have you seen him?
She
Have
said,
you seen him?
well, you've already answered my
Do you want
question.
me to get you a Kleenex, Grandpa?
That's really something.
Lorna was,
I think you hit the nail on the head.
I didn't know, I'd never been in her house, but
Did you go downtown today at all?
Just
No,
went to
it's
Payless.
great. Oh, I
One
thought maybe,
spot.
I thought maybe I should take you down by Mike Cassie's store today.
Where is it?
It's right down on, you know where Beecham's are down there? On Canal Drive and Auburn Street?
Beecham.
By Perfection Glass.
Right next door to
Perfection.
Perfection Glass.
Does Mike Beecham got a shop down there?
Yeah.
His t-shirt shop?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Good.
Good, they do all the stuff for all those high schools and the athletic things and stuff, and they've opened it up to the public now too, where you can go in and, where you can go in and,
order what you want.
order what
Yeah.
you want too, yeah. Yeah,
I think that's going pretty good.
basketball.
Is he still selling radios?
No, he didn't, I didn't do that.
This is his deal
Uh-huh.
full time.
Yeah, and Bernie Jensen's works with him in there too. You remember Bernie Jensen? He lives in Benton City.
All right. How's John Mayfield doing?
Oh, he's doing good.
Doing good.
He's right up there by Guadalajara's now. We should show
That's
him.
where
And the
was
old,
that swing shop,
swing
right next
shop.
door, the old
Well,
Pete's Sports
Oh,
Shop.
is that right?
yeah, he moved in there.
He took that over.
Yeah.
How about Dave Mullins? You ever seen him? Do you know who he is?
Not really.
Is he the one that used to have the microwave shop or
No,
Mike.
it's Tom Jones.
what?
I was sure I saw him at the college when I was over there. I mean, I think I've run into him all the time. If not, he sure looks like somebody who looks like Tom Jones. When
Were
they
you
were
the
saying that.
ward clerk when he was the executive secretary?
Tom Jones.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Surprised when Tom and Judy said that he was the bishopric.
Well, I was too, because I swore that was
I
him
was
when I was
too.
in college, but maybe not.
Little sabbatical he had with his wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike Connors, you know, he quit his job. He's finishing college over here at CBC, get his teaching degree.
He's been doing.
Connor's quit his job?
Yeah, he's been going to school over here.
well, now he had a job selling.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Yeah, but he decided to go back and finish. He only needed another semester, was it, and student teaching, I think it was, or
Yeah.
something. And he wants his degree to teach handicapped kids, you know,
Hmm.
and stuff. So he's going to school over there.
Hmm.
That's why Susan's working full time.
Where's she working?
She works for the school district.
Hmm.
She's the secretary down there in the office. Yeah, down in the
Where do they live out? Maybe towards still?
Yeah, they're still up there. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's where they
Is he pretty active?
are.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, isn't he?
Yeah, you just
Didn't he
know
get
that?
so he didn't come out too much when he's?
Yeah, but I think now.
I think they
they're
are,
doing real
uh-huh.
well.
I think they're doing okay. I think they're doing real good.
They're doing good. Easy.
I'm trying to remember who else got. Charlene Stacy, she's not going with that kid down the street from us anymore, you know.
Is she active in the church?
I don't think she goes to anything.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think Charlene does.
How about, what happened to, who was the oldest? Kathleen?
Kathleen,
What happened to her?
well, then after, he knew that him and her divorced, what's his name, her husband,
Mm.
what's his name, Ellen? After they lost that little boy, you know, they lost that baby.
Yeah.
And then she wound up being pregnant when he left her again, so she wound up with 2 kids anyway. Oh, so she had another baby after he left her and stuff. So they had the little girl, you know, and then they had that little boy,
He
and then
died.
he died of stillbirth, or I mean, of
Crib death?
crib death. And then she got pregnant, and then he wound up, Chuck, what's that name, Chuck?
I think so.
Then he wound up leaving anyway.
Hmm.
And so I don't know what Kathleen's doing now.
Mm.
So she's got 2 kids and stuff. She was going to school, you know, to finish. She's going to Modern Business College up there to get some training and stuff. So she's up there. And Diane's still at Swanner, you know, she's still up in Nat, you know, her up in Ione.
I think they're doing all right.
Yeah, she don't go to church or nothing.
Is that right?
Yeah, she doesn't go to church. And Chrissy keeps in touch with Diane a lot and stuff. And Chrissy will get on her and say, "You better go to church," you know, and stuff. But she doesn't go
Well,
to
she's
church
in church.
because Matt's not a member. And that's their biggest problem around here now. You know, is getting the kids to realize to quit dating non-members. That's their biggest problem right now around here. I don't know if that's church-wide or what.
Well,
You know.
like in we've got a big group of youth, but it covers our ward probably covers, like from Finley to Richland, just our ward are larger. And
Boy.
the kids go to, there's kids in our ward that go to 3 or 4 different private schools,
Oh.
and then about 3 different high schools, public high schools.
So they're scattered all over
Yeah.
the place. It's so big. Yeah.
They see each other at seminary, but
That's about it.
and, my kids like to, Sean is interested in dating non-members. Hope I can keep the thumb on it.
And Brother Cedar, one girl was dating a non-member, and that's why he said he's always on her. Don't date the non-members, you know. And he says this kid she's been dating's a nice kid, super nice kid, got high values and stuff, but they just take that chance, and stuff. But that's our main problem right now is getting the kids to not date the non-members and stuff. Invite them to parties and do that stuff. Get them to come to group things and stuff. And get them involved in the church. But as you can see, more and more the youth that have left the church because of non-members. A lot of the kids that our kids went to school with, that are not in the church now and stuff. Maybe they'll come back around and.
Who are some of them
Diane, Charlene, just all those there that I've named, just those right there. All those Vedito girls.
is that right?
There's the one that's let's see, Jeff's age that married that Thai fisher, Chris, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And she was, she had one baby and they got married, and then she had another one by him, Well, they're divorced, and she's getting remarried. They've been divorced for a while. She is marrying a nice guy. I guess it's an LDS guy in the temple down in Utah now.
Andy Bellator is a neat guy.
Oh, super, yeah. Yeah, super.
How's Ferris's daughter doing?
I think Cherie's doing all right. I think she's, I don't know. If she's still running. See, she was running with date non-member kid too, and stuff. But I think Cherie's doing okay now. I think she's all
I
right.
haven't heard, so I don't know.
And Lisa got married to the guy that was the father of hers, Lisa Mogelson.
Oh, is that right?
And she's living back in New York because he's in the service.
Huh.
I think it's New York that she went back to. Was that right?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Now,
but
that was his own daughter, wasn't it? Phil's own daughter?
Lisa?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 'cause they have that,
Jen says.
right,
Mm,
right, yeah, but Lisa is his, yeah, it's the oldest one, yeah, she's a pretty girl.
Mm.
Yeah, so they just got married here just a couple months ago though, and stuff, so,
it's tough.
yeah, it's scary. That's why I tell my kids, don't date non-members, no, and stuff, so,
Was that a tough one for us?
I
yeah.
think so.
Yep, 'cause when he'd
Yeah.
stand and, yeah, 'cause a couple times at the end there, when he talked in conferences and stuff, he talked a lot about where he found out what unconditional love is, and how Heavenly Father has it for us, and we have it for our children and stuff. I think that was real tough for him.
Yeah,
They did right though, they did right though, the way they handled it, I
no,
think.
Shirley adopted hers out.
Yeah, she did.
Mhm.
She adopted her out, and after I think that was probably the best thing in the world, 'cause after watching Lisa quit school, and so she hasn't finished school or anything, and she was trying to work a little bit. And that was Bill's and Linda's girl, that's Tom's niece, that'd be Tom's niece. Yeah. She was at that, she had that little baby when we were out there last summer for Ben's
The one with the
farewell.
black hair?
Yeah, had the little baby.
Um,
Yeah, that's Lisa.
she quit high school?
Yeah, after she had the baby, so she hasn't finished school or anything.
It's tough.
Is Tom Augustin, or his band, did he leave from this wood? Did he
Yeah.
call from here and everything?
No, he didn't get his call from here. Got his call down in California. Well, did he get it in California or at school? No, he got it in California.
Somewhere in California.
Yeah.
How's he doing? When he's using to get here?
I haven't heard.
Well, Brenda said when Linda was here, she
Yeah,
said
Linda was just
she
here a
was
couple weeks
complaining
ago.
about the mission president back there and stuff, but I think it's Ben. I think if Ben will stick to it and stuff, he'll learn a lot, If
Yeah,
he'll stick to it,
They
But it's a
Yeah.
stick.
they jump for old Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so like Brenda said, he's in that same mission as what Sally's in,
Yeah.
And Ben said that there wasn't any rules there, they could come and do what they want, and Brenda and I were talking about that, I said, well, I can't hardly believe that, knowing mission presence, there isn't any rules,
Lisa,
Golly.
has he seen her?
Who has seen her? Who?
The Wyvern,
Sally's seen
yeah.
Oh, I don't know, I don't think he's seen, because Sally's on one end of Indiana, I don't think he's seen him. I don't think he's run into Sally yet, and
There was.
probably will eventually yet, though, yeah. Rob Fillmore, he wound up going to school up here at Cheney this year.
Is there?
Oh, we all wanted to
He's
kick his
messed
rear
up.
end across the other side of Kennewick. He had the earring back in again for a
kidding me?
while.
And his hair is shaved on this side.
So every time he'd come over last time, we'd say, Rob, are you going through his second childhood again? So we said, we just all said, hey, we might as well say something to
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
What do we got to lose,
Yeah.
Oh,
How's
legally.
Lavere doing?
Lavere's a little bitter. She's gets a little antsy, but I think she's doing okay.
She got her situation all straightened out?
Yeah, I think. I can't say for sure. I don't
Mhm.
know. She won't. Lavere will not come out and just say
Yeah.
for sure, and stuff. I know she goes down to. She was down at Eugene here a couple months ago, I think, to see her doctors down there and stuff again. She was just working so hard.
Yeah.
She worked hard. Worked too hard and stuff. She doesn't work all those long hours anymore. She works her straight shifts.
Yeah.
She was working all those double shifts all the time. To keep money
Too
going.
many hours.
Yeah. Michelle's
Stress.
got divorced,
Mhm.
Michelle's a divorced.
Yes, that
Michelle and Skeeter, or not Skeeter,
That's
Rex.
your baby.
Les.
Yeah. Rex.
Right.
Rex.
He
They're
still works
divorced.
at Herman's.
Mm-hmm.
He still works at Herman's.
Yeah. She got divorced too, so she's living over here in Curtis's little house.
Oh,
Over here, yeah.
7.
is
Yeah.
it, how's Clint and Nadine doing?
Well, they're doing
They're
fine.
doing great.
Lo and behold, you
We
see
seen
them,
them
they're
the
doing
other
fine.
day, man, they look good.
So, yeah, that's Betsy's mom.
Oh, yeah.
And Chrissy got a letter from Betsy yesterday.
Betsy's home this weekend.
Did Betsy come home?
Yeah, she brought Cheryl.
Oh, darn, Chrissy will miss her.
She's sitting down with Cordell, I guess.
Oh, she married a nice young guy.
Did she?
Jay, super nice guy. It's nice to see her start off on the right foot.
Yeah,
Really was nice.
she deserves it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice
Neat
kid.
gal.
they'll do just fine. He's just a super neat guy.
How about Todd and Nina, how are they doing?
Well,
Nina's married to,
she married a nice guy kid, even though
Real
he's not
nice
a
guy.
member. He'll join the church though. I think
Yeah.
they're going to Rick's now after this Christmas holiday. They didn't like Hawaii.
they went to Hawaii the first,
BYU, Hawaii?
Hawaii, and they do not like it there.
so they're coming back now to go to
They're going to
Rick's.
Rick's. He's a
He is.
real nice kid.
He's
She
a
is-
super nice
She
guy.
has changed.
Yeah, Nina's changed a lot.
She is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lot.
you never,
She
Very
visits with you. You know how she used to be
Yeah.
so, you know,
Withdrawn.
yeah, I couldn't hardly
Yeah.
get, yeah, she just sit and visit with you, huh, Bill?
Yeah.
Nice, she married a real nice kid though. So, but he was taking, had he started taking the missionary?
Yeah, he was.
yeah, he was taking them.
Him and
there.
Jeff got to be good friends this summer while he was there. He was here working, you know, for
Yeah.
Ardell and stuff. And him and Jeff got.
John was it?
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, John. And Todd's finally teaching, he's teaching primary for us.
Yeah.
He
Coming
kind
out
of,
and teaching primary, he's doing good too.
well, he
Is he?
kind of comes and goes. But he's
Where's-
doing better.
Where's he working?
He's improving.
He's working for his dad, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he's working for his dad. But he's trying to decide, if he never decide what he wants to go into.
It's and besides skateboarding.
Besides skateboarding, yes.
You should see him in their garage. He's always up there. Him and Fred Mercer
Is
skateboarding.
he in there with Brett all the time?
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
they're skateboarding.
He's a handsome fella. He's grown into a handsome young man. And stuff, you know, he
He
just,
doesn't know the gold mine he's sitting on.
yeah, and he just doesn't know, he doesn't have any, he doesn't know where his priorities are. I guess he just doesn't set a goal for himself, what he wants to do, you know, for himself. Hopefully.
Is he interested in any girls?
Well, he had that one girl from California for a long time there, but I don't think he's seen anybody now. I don't think so either. And he's talking about going to school again, so, you know, if he'd go, his dad send him anywhere, you know, so,
Yeah.
yeah. And Wendy had another baby, you know, Wendy Fillmore. She had,
Is there-
yeah, she had another boy.
They're doing good.
Yeah, she's gonna come up for, in the summertime, I guess.
Yeah, well, where did the Griggs kid go? The divorced? nurse?
Rex,
Yeah.
he's still down here, he's still working down here at Herman's, or it used to be,
Sunshine.
yeah, Sunset, now it's Herman's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still working down there and stuff. That's just a shame. So Michelle's trying to, she's trying to get herself going. Last Sunday I talked to her and stuff and was trying to persuade her to go back to school and get some schooling, you know, and stuff, because all she's doing is she's working down there at Herman's too off and on, isn't she? Where's she at?
She's at Greg's.
Griggs, that's it.
They wouldn't let him
Griggs.
both work at
Griggs.
Herman, so
Huh?
he got her a job at Greg's.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Was that right?
I guess that's how it went.
So I was trying to get her to go down and get some schooling, you know, get some skills.
You know, you counsel those kids and,
Yeah.
you know, they know what we do.
Then they have to, when they find out what it's all about really, and that it all comes back, then they have to start all over again, to start down that straight, narrow road, and you start down there and turn your life around a 360-degree circle again, you know.
You see Evie?
Who?
Evie
I
Hill?
haven't seen Evie,
I haven't seen him.
Who's that?
that's Rex's dad.
Now, were you guys in the same temple preparation class?
Were they at the same time we were, Ellen?
Tony
They
was?
were just before, Tony Maluski, yeah.
I see Tony
He's
all the
here.
time.
Is it?
Yeah, they're
He's here. He's got 5 kids.
Yeah, he's got a slug of kids.
Is that right?
He's damn good.
He's doing fine. He's still doing
Who's
sushi.
wonderful.
He's married to McKinnis was one girl. We were in the temple classes with them. Always laughing. Always comes at elfin ear time out there to get his ears, doesn't he?
Was it?
He was out there this year again. Yeah. Yeah. So he's doing okay.
Yeah. I think he's going to 4th Ward. Yeah. I think he lives in 4th Ward.
Yeah. I was trying. And you knew that Lowell Barber was made state president over there, didn't you?
I guess I saw that in the church news.
Oh, did ya? I haven't got the church news for so long. I quit taking that. Well, it ran out and then I didn't renew it. between our ends and everything else, time I get it all read, I was reading, been reading, The Prophet Joseph Smith, I'm only halfway through that. That's a big book, but that's an interesting one, that's been real interesting to read.
We should go home.
That's what you mean.
You know, Grandpa was telling us that he went to the temple here a month ago, I guess. He went through 5 sessions in one day.
Through 5.
My testimony isn't that strong.
Oh, mine neither.
So, did 5 one day and 5 the next
Oh
day.
my goodness. You know, we complain when we go through 1. Oh, gee, willikers. Isn't that something? That's remarkable. That's neat. And hasn't the way they've done the new genealogy, all the genealogy, and it's like there's real push to get all the work done on all these names. Boy, they're pushing, you know, to get them through. I've been working on ones for our family group sheet now, where you just send them in on your whole family group sheet, whether you have all the dates and stuff anymore or not. You only need certain dates and stuff to get the work done on them. It's really interesting. He's going to eat his dinner.
He's gonna eat now.
He should. So.
He's so funny about his
Come have a bite to eat, Dad. Right over here, we got it for you. Oh, come on. You have it. Well, you better come over here and have a little snack. Come on.
How's your dad doing?
Good. Well,
She's got some grapes and nothing very
He
heavy.
got the sore toe, but other than that, he went in,
Okay.
last week. Doctor says you're healthy as a horse, except for your toe.
I'll get you some new.
He gets around there, they do good, yeah.
I thought it was interesting, your patriarchal blessing that you're.
Mike's coming down, tomorrow morning at 9 he comes in. Yeah, from Alaska, first time we've seen him for 3 years.
It's still fine, we still fine. I beat him.
Just kinda hid up there in Alaska country, we haven't seen him, so he's gonna come down for Thanksgiving, so we're kinda looking forward to that.
Bill gave him his patriarchal blessing, he said, you say about your parents and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, your boss.
Anyway, it sounded like his parents are gonna be in the church someday, so I have to read that again.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to stay in front of this camera and say hi to Joyce, but I'm kinda camera shy.
Joycey, we're coming next October because it's our
No, we're not.
25th anniversary and we're coming even if we sell Bill.
Oh,
We're coming.
You think anybody will give you anything for Bill?
Not much.
No.
yes.
See what it says on the TV there, Bill?
Where?
Mute.
Mute.
All right, let's
But that's what you say.
See you later,
Joycey, keep
Joyce.
Washington DC straight.
Right, straighten them out.
So, I know
Okay.
hasn't she converted anybody yet over there?
I have.
Well, I know you have. You should be, Joycey isn't doing her missionary.
Call her to repentance, right?
Joycey, shame on you. Get on with it, lady. She's gotta have another L one there.
She's looking for you.
She's looking for an L one?
Yeah.